Hey everyone, welcome to the Game a Month Indie Devlog number 5. In this video, I'm going to go over some quick environment art changes. I don't have a lot of gameplay changes so far. A lot of that work is going to be done tomorrow, so this devlog is mostly about the environment. I wanted to show you what the environment looks like in action with some of the gameplay. If you've watched the first episode, it's the exact same gameplay from the previous devlog, so nothing's really changed. There's a few AI tweaks. Tomorrow is my day to really get in there and add some gameplay systems. Right now, it's just kind of the bare bones of what this Game a Month stealth game could be. And this month has been really busy for me. I was not prepared for kind of the opportunities that were coming up this week outside of YouTube and all that, just some work and life opportunities. And yeah, I definitely will be establishing a schedule next month to do Game a Month properly. But in terms of this month, I focused on the environment first because I wanted it to at least look nice. And I knew I would have tomorrow to really focus on the gameplay, tomorrow and the day after. So with the time I have tomorrow, I'm going to be implementing 2 new systems. One of them is a keycard system, so the player will have to find the keycard in the environment and use it to open specific doors. And the other system is a laser type system, which is going to be both static and dynamic. So there'll be lasers in the environment that the player has to watch out for, and there'll be dynamic ones. And I would love to also have it so you can interact with a button to disable lasers. And I don't want the lasers to always get in the way of the critical path of the level when you have to steal the item and escape from the level. I want it to be something that adds to the gameplay and adds to the choices in the environments. And I also just mentioned something pretty crucial. Each level will have an objective and then an exit. I plan on making about 1 to 3 levels, quite small levels with the time I have, but I think I can do it without having to crunch or stress myself out. So I'm pretty excited. And if you have any ideas, let me know. I'd love to read them. I know I don't have a lot of time to get these features in, but I'll do my best to see what I can get in, and it's always great to have more ideas. When it came to actually developing the levels, I only had about 3 to 4 hours to do everything. So what I was looking at was, how can I use cubes really effectively? Cubes, atmosphere, so, rain and fog, emissive lights, because I've done it in the past. And if you're looking at textures, I use normal maps and colors for pretty much everything. So when you look at the environment, hopefully it looks nice. I just used every trick I could. It's dynamic lighting, so I didn't have to do light mapping. I set it at night so I could have some rain and nice reflections. The city background are just cubes with a material on it. The wires are just cable actors, and I added a mission because it looked nice. And yeah, as I mentioned, I've got fog going, and I'm using a lot of emission to try and make the environment quite interesting. And for the time I had, and the very limited resources being cubes and beveled cubes, I think it turned out pretty well. The only real assets that I made that aren't just straight out cube, I mean, everything's kind of a cube. The stairs, like those staircases, I did make those like about a week or 2 ago in my initial mesh pass. But I kind of didn't use many assets from the mesh pass. Just the walls that have that nice trim at the bottom. But yeah, outside of that, I'm really trying to use as much atmosphere as I can, and emissive lights and composition and fog. Those are my main tools to try and make the environment look as good as I can. And of course, reflections. It looked drastically better when I put the reflections in, and I could get the material properties just right in terms of the metallic amount and how dark the ground is, for example. But yeah, those things I mentioned were really the key things. And I'm kind of surprised at how well it turned out, considering how primitive the geometry is. You'll see what I mean. Like, you probably can see what I mean when you watch the video, that like, oh, they're just like a lot of cubes. But it turns out if you can use cubes well in a decent composition with some good reflections, and you take advantage of the post-processing in Unreal, you can get something pretty decent, especially within, say, 3 to 4 hours. And if you're wondering about the rain, I just found a great tutorial by Dean Ashford. He runs a YouTube channel and has some really great Unreal tutorials. And I really needed some rain going, so I just went on YouTube, typed in rain particles, because I didn't want to sit down and do it by myself because of the time limitations. And that video is really great. I think it's only, say, 15 minutes. He goes through it quickly. I just skimmed through to the material and the particles, because I just needed a reference and I didn't want to have to sit there and figure it out by myself. So yeah, Dean Ashford, really great video. It's in the description if you want to make some cool rain. Thank you all so much for watching. I worked on this devlog really quickly as I just wanted to get an update out there. I'm going to also have an update tomorrow and then on the 28th when the game is released. So yeah, any ideas you have, feel free to let me know, and any comments. I hope you like the environment. Unfortunately, I don't really have any time to change it that much, so hopefully it looks good. Anyway, thank you all again so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video.